Hello, everyone. Welcome to Feedstuffs 365. I'm Sarah Muirhead. As the global agri-food sector moves into 2026, sustainability demands, digital disruption, and the need for greater resilience are accelerating transformation across the industry. These pressures are also opening up new pathways for growth. Today, we talk with Corinne Bonadei, Vice President, Precision Services for dsm-firmenich, to find out what's likely ahead for this year. Welcome, Corinne. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Hi, Sarah.
So you folks have identified for 2026, you're saying it's kind of a defining year for agri-food innovation. From your perspective, what makes this year a true reflection point for livestock and feed producers?
Look, we have identified two topics where we see significant inflection points at the moment. One is the digital transformation, as you have mentioned, and the other one, sustainability, that is so close to our heart, all of us. Now, if we talk about the first topic, digital transformation, it really started mid of 2025, and really now in 2026, it's accelerating. And the livestock industry is really at the beginning of this digital transformation. It means that most poultry, swine, and ruminants farmers still use paper and pen to collect data. And with that, they only use 50% of the data. So we at dsm-firmenich Precision Services, we are really determined to change that so farmers can use 100% of the data through our services, software, by really creating simple and actionable insights. So if you allow me, Sarah, I quickly introduce the three services we're offering. So one is FarmTel. It's a farm management service for ruminants, connecting really all the data, be it from IoTs, milking machines, cameras, weighing scales, and that all in real time. Secondly is then Sustel. It's our leading platform in servicing and calculating 19 sustainability parameters like CO2, methane, nitrogen, footprint, really from farm to fork and in all the species. And the third one, very exciting, it's VRAX, and it's the first blood-based early warning system. We really took the inspiration from the human. So imagine when something is wrong with us, we go to the doctor and the doctor draws blood, and based on that, they can then tell us what's wrong. And there is then an intervention. And we do exactly the same with VRAX, just with animals. So 2025 and 26 for us is really a turning point for this digital adoption and to rise of real-time connected farms powered by IoT. So Internet of Things like sensors, ear tags, and of course, AI and data analytics. And mobile first is really important. Cloud-based operations becoming really the most important force in agriculture, enabling farms of all the sizes. I think this is really important, adopting modern management practices quickly and affordable. So that's a bit our pitch where we want to change the world in the digital transformation. The second topic, of course, the second trend is sustainability. And how we define it is environmental data becomes a currency of trust in 2025. And it will continue in 2026. So there is a structural change. It means that companies really want to have credible measurement of their environmental footprint, and sustainability becomes a commercial advantage. So I talked a lot. I hand over to you, Sarah. I could go on a lot about sustainability, but up to you.
Okay. No, this is all exciting stuff. It's good stuff. So you mentioned sustainability, and it's shifting from kind of a compliance exercise to a commercial differentiator. How are livestock producers beginning to capture real economic value from environmental performance?
So the downstream players like food producers, but also supermarkets have the highest need for emission reduction because they have committed to the SBTi targets or have other sustainability commitments. Now, on the other hand, the majority of the emissions are not at producers and supermarket, but they're at the farm level. Up to 80% emissions are caused by the farms. So hence, all the downstream players, they have to work together with the farmer. And actually, the supermarkets are willing to pay our farmers and also even to give benefits, for example, better payment terms for the farms that actually reduce the emissions, that measure the emissions. And with that, we work together with the whole value chain. So another lever is our Sustel carbon value program, where producers are able to capture, reduce, and monetize carbon emissions, and through product differentiation. I'll give you an example. So 2 weeks ago, we had an announcement in the Netherlands where Royal AgriFirm and the Hardeman Egg Group are working now together with the whole value chain for more sustainable eggs. And that's really what we want to achieve with Sustel, to connect the whole value chain. And in summary, I think the agri-food companies are increasingly using environmental performance to identify operational efficiency. I give you one example. So one example for operational efficiency is our Heidi product, high performance vitamin D. That is increasing, Heidi, the eggshell thickness, which is reducing the broken eggs ratio in the whole value chain, and with us at home as well. And with that, farmers can produce more eggs with less input, which brings efficiency, it's a commercial differentiator, and is reducing the environmental footprint for the whole value chain, really from farm to fork. So that is operational efficiency connected to sustainability.
Well, and it makes producers have a better ability when it comes to getting financing, probably, and just having preferred supplier status when they have the science-based measurement tools and this credibility that these things are giving them in the marketplace. Is that correct to say?
Yeah. So when it comes to scope 3 and also the Sustel carbon value program, the food retailers, CPG, they're increasingly recognize the need to work with the supply chain, but also banks. And for example, banks, they give better loans to farmers that have a lower environmental footprint. And with that, the whole value chain and the actors really work together. And with that, we have then a credible life cycle assessment and nutritional solution that reduce on-farm emissions and boost farm efficiency. And downstream players achieve a cost-effective progress towards their targets, strengthening the value chain. And there are multiple studies showing that there is a direct correlation between profitability and sustainability, which is very exciting, because the prejudice is still, if you're sustainable, you have less profitability, and this is not true. So with credible measurement, sustainability gets a tangible financial value. And with the Sustel Carbon Value Program, we help our customers to monetize their sustainability achievements.
Mobile first farm management has become an essential infrastructure, I would say. And so then how do digital tools like your FarmTel change the way in which livestock producers manage performance, feed efficiency, and kind of that daily decision making that they have to do?
FarmTel. So let me tell you a bit more what FarmTel is. So FarmTel is conducting smart monitoring by collecting all the data on the ruminants farms. Our biggest farm in Brazil is collecting 10,000 data points per day. So imagine FarmTel is collecting data of each cow. So each cow has a digital ear tag, like I have my Whoop, or people have Fitbit, Garmin. It's collecting your personal data every second. And the same we do with the cows. Each feed is weighted on weighting scales that are connected with us. The water system sensors are connected with FarmTel, electrical fencing, cameras, satellite pictures. So even FarmTel is connected to the farm's SAP system, which is so important for inventory management. So FarmTel is the heart of the farm and is really controlling, connecting, making sure that there is no error and really productivity can happen. So mobile first tools like FarmTel put performance data directly in farmers' hands in real time. And FarmTel turns complex nutrition and production data into simple daily insights. helping producers optimizing feed efficiency, spot issues earlier, to make faster and more confident decisions wherever they are. And it can be really on the mobile, on the computer, but mobile, especially for the cowboys in the field, is so important. So FarmTel cattle customers in Brazil have been able to save time, money, and even expand their business thanks to FarmTel, which is very thankful for us and very exciting.
Speaking of expanding business, FarmTel Lower Milk and FarmTel Beef, I understand, are expanding in North America and Europe in 2026. What unmet needs do these producers in those areas have to look forward to?
Yes, indeed. FarmTel and Lorry are expanding globally, and we're very happy about that. And it took us more than a decade to get here to really have a profound product with external partners to expand. So these services address a key gap, and this is actionable insights, foresight for farmers of all the sizes. And this was our prerequisite, that we can give a solution to every farmer in this world. So FarmTel helped dairy and beef producers to better link nutrition decisions to animal performance, efficiency, and mission, supporting more consistent results across region and production system. So it's nice because we then also can compare countries and show it to the farmers, and all that driven by easy dashboards and artificial intelligence. And I would even argue we're one of the only companies that really have a big artificial intelligence data science team that is really looking at the data and can give even foresights. So, for example, in dairy farming, our software FarmTel can predict lameness and mastitis based on milk quality data and also behavior data, which is exciting. If a cow doesn't walk the right way, we can immediately say this is lameness or mastitis, and it took us many years to get there.
AI-powered predictive analytics are moving producers from reactive to proactive management. In practical terms, how does this shift impact when it comes to nutrition, animal health, and profitability on livestock operations?
Yeah, predictive analytics means shifting management from fixing problems to preventing them. And by anticipating performance drops or health risks, or producers can adjust their nutrition earlier, protect the animal well-being, and avoid costly losses, which is extremely powerful, and we can measure that. Directly improving as well their margin and their predictability and their profitability. So I give you just an example. Verax, by taking blood of animals, we collect 17 blood biomarkers like albumin, globulin, and 15 more. And with that, we created 15 AI models that can predict and identify challenges. Challenges like diseases, coccidiosis in birds, or heat stress already before it's visible to the eye, because the moment it's visible to the eye, it's too late and there is no intervention possible. And Verax can identify, for example, as well, reproduction issues, bone strength, or immunity issues. And that's the power of preventing, the power of proactive management.
So with the launch of Verax in poultry and swine, how is predictive intelligence helping producers anticipate risks and act earlier with greater confidence?
So Verax helps poultry and swine producers to see risks before it becomes reality, as I mentioned before, and by forecasting issues that could disrupt performance and uniformity. It supports earlier intervention, reduces uncertainty, and gives a course to producers greater confidence that they're making the right call at the right time. And I think that's important, that at the right time, you make the right decision. So once the Verax software identifies the challenges, our Verax consultant discusses then with the customer potential causes of the challenges. And mostly there are multiple causes. It's mostly not only one cause. And with that, then the intervention is agreed with the customers. And the intervention could then be nutritional nature, could be related to health, a vaccine, coccidiosis as an example, or changes to the production practices. But mostly a farm not only has one issue, what we see in Verax, but they have several issues and also several measures we have to take together.
IoT-enabled connected farm ecosystems are, it sounds like, are really gaining momentum out there. How do real-time data and analytics improve both on-farm control and supply chain transparency for livestock producers?
Real-time data improves control on the farm. Fully agree with you. And meaning fast responses, tighter management, better outcomes. Just like consumers, us all, farmers want to know that their data are protected. So, for example, are their feed recipes protected? And we need to make sure that this is happening. So security is really, really important. And that's where also our ISO certified software is so key, that we ensure security is there. And farmers have control and they decide whom to share the data with our software. And I think this trust, but also making sure that in the background, we have everything secured and protected, that is a key element of any software out there. And by ensuring that farmers own their data, we can also increase the transparency across the supply chain, supporting, for example, traceability, sustainability reporting, and stronger collaboration with partners.
Is there such thing as data overload? Is there too much data? And how can you ensure that the platforms deliver to producers something that's really kind of clear and actionable type insights?
Yeah, our life is complex with so much data, isn't it? Look, the focus is clarity and not complexity. And we say this word quite often, clarity. So insights that are easy to understand. So we design digital services around decision moments. And together with the customer and data providers, we create digital solutions that are clear and easy. I give you an example. We work with Dolaval. This is the biggest milking machine producer in the world. And to provide to dairy producers AI models in Brazil and also globally now, which is super exciting, we improve these AI models together with the customers and Dolaval based on Dolaval data and our data. So it's always about collaborations and making sure that the data doesn't overload the people, the users. And for me, the focus is on what matters most, when it matters. So producers get practical guidance, not dashboards full of noise. I think this is it, clarity.
Exactly. There can be too much at times if you don't deliver it in the way they need it. So speaking of that, then what would be the most important first steps that livestock producers can take to remain competitive, resilient, and sustainable in today's environment, or even moving forward?
Yeah, let's do it together, I would say. I would recommend start with the data you already generate and use it better. Please invest in predictive decision-focused digital tools and services today. It's really important. It is the fastest way to build resilience, improve efficiency, and really stay competitive. And we shouldn't forget expectations around sustainability and performance continue to rise, and we have to keep up. So digital transformation data is really key. So as a closing, I would say, please don't hesitate to connect with me and my precision services team. We're happy to support you, and we're on this journey together to make this digital transformation and sustainability happen together.
Very good. Well, Corinne, thank you so much for your time today. We have a lot of great insight, and we look forward to catching up with you in the future, too, to see how things have progressed.
Thanks, Sarah.
Likewise, we appreciate all of you tuning in. For Feedstuffs, I'm Sarah Muirhead.